Welcome everyone. Today, from your syllabus, I am going to start your topic file handling. So here in your syllabus C, we have discussed already some topics from Unit 1. So now I'm going to start file handling today. Need for a data file, types of file, text file, binary file and CSV file. It is there in your syllabus. So we have to discuss about this. So why file handling is used and how it is helpful for us. So now see, when we are going to do any programming, okay, just when we are going to do any programming, suppose if you are entering some records for calculation for any purpose in a program, so when you store data during the execution of the program, it's stored only for that time. During the execution of the program, the data is stored in a program. But when you turn off the application, like programming application, or shut down the system, so after that you will not get any record back. So for that, if you will use file handling, so file handling can store data permanently somewhere in file, so that you can read and access data again when you want. Okay, so now for that purpose actually file handling is used. There are different types of files are there: text file, binary file and CSV files are there. Text files for text operations and binary file for numerical operations, and CSV file, comma separated value files, for storing suppose database or any tabular records. Okay, for that I have prepared prepared a presentation, and I have done some programs also for your practical, so you can practice at home. So here from the syllabus, see, file handling. Okay, text file is there, binary file is there, CSV file is there. So CSV file is there. So these topics we have to discuss now. So here this PPT I have prepared for you. So data file handling. So here see, next, learning objectives, what you will learn after this PPT. After going through the chapter, student will able to understand importance of data file for permanent storage of data, understand how standard input output function work in file, distinguish between text and binary file, open and close a file, read and write into a file, write programs that manipulate data files. Okay, so now need for a file. Programs which have done so far are the ones which run, produce some output and end. As I told before, their data disappears as soon as they stop running. Next time when you use them, you again provide the data and then check the output. This happens because the data entered is stored in primary memory, which is temporary in nature. What if the data which we are working or producing as output is required for later use? Result processing done in term exam is again required for annual progress report. Here, if data is stored permanently, its processing would be faster. So that is why actually file handling is used. This can be done if we are able to store data in secondary storage media or hard disks, which we know is permanent storage media. So if you will store permanently in secondary storage device, so you can access later also. In primary memory, already you know that it is temporary in nature. So once the system is turned off, the records are erased from the primary memory. Okay, so data is stored using files. So different types of files are there, already you know. So how data will store, we'll discuss. So here see file operations, what to do in file. So naming of a file, so you have to give a file name. After that, opening a file, the next step is you have to open the file, reading data from the file, writing data into the file, and closing a file. So these are the steps that you have to do in file programming. Using these basic operations, we can process file in many ways, such as creating a file, traversing a file, or for displaying the data on screen, appearing data in file, appending data into a file, inserting data in file, appending, as you know that if the existing file is there in the system, so if you want to store any more record into that particular file, existing file, so that you can use this append function. Inserting data in file, suppose in a new file you are going to insert any record, so deleting data from a file, create a copy of file, updating data in the file. So these are the operations you can do. So here a text file, see, these are these three types of files already given here. A text file is there, binary file is there, and this is the CSV file. Okay, a text file is usually considered as sequence of lines. Line is a sequence of characters. ASCII is, you know, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, stored permanent storage in storage media. So any text operations are we can do in this text file. So here, as we know, as we talk of line in text, each line is terminated by a special character known as EOL, end of line. So from string, we know that slash n is the new line character. Already you know for new line slash n is used. So at the lowest level, text file will be collection of bytes. In bytes, data is stored in the text file. Okay, the text files are stored in human readable form, and they can also be created using text editor. Okay, so binary file is what then? A binary file, that means numerical operation you can do in the binary system, binary file system. That is the main fact. A binary file is a binary file contains arbitrary binary data, that is number stored in a file, can be used for numerical operations. Okay, so when we work on binary files, we have to interpret the raw bit pattern, read from the file into correct type of data in our program. It is perfectly possible to interpret a stream by of bytes originally written as string as numeric value, but we know that will be incorrect interpretation of data, and we are not going to get desired output after the file processing activity. So binary file, the main thing you have to know that the numerical any operations you can do by using the binary files. Done. After that, CSV file is there, comma separated value. So CSV file is used to store records of database, you can say, or tabular records you can store there. Is a simplified file format, simple file format used to store tabular data such as a spreadsheet or database. A CSV file stores tabular data, numbers, and text in plain text. Each line of the file is a data record. Each record consists of one or more fields separated by commas. The use of the comma is as a field separator in the is the source of the name is the file format. That the meaning of this is the records at you are entering into the CSV file. Suppose name, address, and roll number. So name is one field, automatically it will create. Address, it will create one another field, and suppose phone number, it will create another field. Okay, in a spreadsheet you can say, in Excel sheet you can say, in a database you can say. So different columns it will made. Okay, these are these three types of file handling you have to use. So here some examples also I have given here. Some open mode file access modes are there. R for file read, R for open a file in read mode, that means reading for a file. RB is also there, RB for reading binary file. Okay, when you are reading from a file, when you are going to read what is there in the file, for that purpose R is used as a reading mode. RB for binary file. W is for writing into a file. WB for writing into a binary file. Okay, so a mode follow as A is used for append purpose. Append means existing file is there, so there you are going to store more data in an existing file. For that, append is used, so A is used there. R plus will open a text file, and RB plus will open a binary file. W plus opens a file in text format, and WB plus in binary format. So what about this practically? When you are going to do all these things, you will understand clearly. A plus opens a text file, and AB plus opens a binary file. So example example use of open. So how to open a file? The file file is equal to open sample.txt. One text file is there. The name of the text file is sample. So we are opening that file is in R plus. So we'll open a file called sample.txt for reading and writing purpose. Here the name by which it exists on secondary storage media of the file specified is constant. We know we can use a variable instead of a constant as the name of the file. That means this variable we are using here. Sample file if already exists, then it has to be in the same folder where we are working now. That means suppose if we are working in D drive, suppose test file folder is there, so here we have to write the path name, so where the file is, where we are going to work in the existing file. So about this you will understand when practically we are going to do the programs. So other functions which can be used creation of file is file. The syntax is usage of the open. No. Okay, see here. File object readline. If you are going to read lines from the file, so here you have to use file.readline function. By using this readline function, you can read reading from a file, and whatever you are reading, the particular line you are storing into X, or print you are directly displaying file.readline. So directly it will display what is there, what the line you are reading from the existing file. Okay. So for line in files, so this is also another way. By using loop, for loop you are using here, line in file. So how many lines are there in the file, that much of time this loop will execute. And print line, that means each lines it will display. Okay, print function already you know. Line, that means this one, as you have done in for loop. For I in rands this, so I means what, that is the looping variable. So here line in file, that means line in the looping variable here. So line in file, that means in the file how many lines are there. Suppose this is a file. Okay, this is white page is the file, these lines are there in the existing file. So for line in file, how many lines are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. Suppose 10 lines are there. So how many times this loop will execute? 10 times this loop will execute. So it will display these 10 lines one by one. Clear? Read lines can be used to read the entire content of a file. You need to be careful while using it. WRT size of memory. So what about that? Practically we are going to do, you will understand. File objective read lines. So where what to use? Hello world, this is my first file handling program. Suppose this is one example of the program it is given. I am using Python language. Can you notice there are two blank lines between every string sentence? Find out the reason for it. Example using read, using of read function. So here lines, this is a blank string, that means empty list. So there is nothing, so we are storing in the lines. Contents of file.read, so we are reading from the file. Since no size is given, entire file will be read. If there is no size is given, so entire file will read. Lines equal to contents dot split line. So every lines it will read and store in lines. So content in the file, here somewhere it is stored. Content dot split lines. Okay, this is this content file dot read. So file dot read will read everything and it will store here in content. So content dot split lines, it will split different lines and it will display the lines. Will give you a list of strings. So here these are the strings. Hello world, this is my first file handling program. I am using Python language. This is there inside a list because a square brackets is there. Clear? So these are some different examples I have given here. So practically some programs I am going to show you. Okay, practically I have prepared some programs. So these programs you will see, try to understand from these examples. So how it is working, I am going to directly show you the practical programs. These programs I have already done practically, so that directly you can practice. So these programs I am not going to describe here, so directly you can read from here. So why read line and write line is used, everything it is there. The first line and is the second line. So file objects tailg and seekg. So tail and seek, these are two different methods can be used in the position, that means pointer position, that means file pointer is where. So for that this tail and seek is used. Seek method is used to move the pointer from any place to another place, and tail method is used to know where the pointer is. To find the pointer position, tail method is used. So the use of all these things practically when we have done the program, so there you will get pickle module method, load and dump. So this is new in your syllabus. So here see pickle method is already there in the Python module. So just we have to, this is as module already there in the Python library. So we have to use this pickle. By using this pickle module, we can use this load and dump method. So load is used to read from a particular file, and dump is used to write into a particular file. Just remember that functions only. This pickle is the module, Python module, which is already there in the Python library. So by using this module, what we can do, we can use this load and dump method. By using this load method, we can read from a file, and dump method to write into a file. Use pickle and dump to write pickle dump to write the object in a file which is open in binary access mode. Syntax of dump method is this. See, this is the syntax. Example, define file. Define file operation. This is a function. Def means we are defining a function. File operation 1. This is the function name here. Import pickle. We are importing this module, pickle module. L is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the list values already there in the list. Okay. File is equal to open list.dat. So list.dat, this is a binary file, is there in our system. WB. Okay. Writing into binary file. WB. So here see pickle dump L comma file. So L is this list. These values 1 2 3 4 5 6. These values, what we are doing? Pickle dump, that means you are writing into the file. So dump method is used to write into file, and load method is used to read from a file. Okay, so by using this dump method, you are writing something. What you are writing? You are writing this list L to the file. So to the file means this file. File means what? What is the file name here? List.dat. So into the list.dat file, you are writing something. F.close, file closing. So after that, here another example is the example of writing a dictionary in a binary file. So MD, this is a dictionary. So how to create dictionary already you know. A is the key and this is the value. Key value is there. Okay. So these key values, these records of this dictionary, we are storing into a file. File.open myfile.dat. So we are opening a file, myfile.dat, WV mode, that we're writing into a binary file. Pickle.dump, dump method to write into the file. So what you are writing? This dictionary MD to where? To this file. Done. File.close. So like this we can write into file. So now we are going to read from the particular file. So to read, see what we are doing. Object, one variable we are taking, is equal to load file object. So now see we need to call load for each time dump was called. Read Python dictionary back. That means dictionary we are going to read back from the file. So I file, so that means one dictionary already you have stored in a file in the previous example here. So you are going to read what is there in the dictionary. Okay, for that what you are doing, I file, one variable you are taking, open, you are opening the file. Which file you are opening? Myfile.dat. So in here see myfile.dat, in the myfile of that you have stored some record. So you are opening that file. RB, that means reading binary file. WB for writing into binary file. So MD1 is equal to pickle.load I file. The one variable you are taking, into that variable you are storing something. What you are storing? Pickle.load. That means by using this pickle module, you are loading some records from this I file. Okay, in I file, see you have opened this I file already in read mode, I file read binary mode. So after reading the contents of myfile.dat, you are storing where? Here in MD1. So by using load, you can write like this the syntax. I file.close, print MD1. So what you have read from this file, you have stored in MD1, so you are displaying this MD1. Done. Okay, like this you can use this pickle module load and dump method. So it is new in your syllabus, previously it was not there. Okay, so you can practice. So results into a screen. So these are some examples of binary file. It is given here by using this import pickle module, opening data.dat wb, write binary file. While true, this loop is there. While true, that much of time this loop will execute again and again. X is equal to int row input. So what you are going to input string, suppose. So after that pickle dot dump. So what you are entering into this X from the keyboard, so that records you are going to dump into the file, this file. Into the file you are storing this records. Which records? From X. Okay. Answer, raw dot input want to enter more data, yes or no. If answer dot upper, that means you can, and you may enter your answer in small letter also. So if answer dot upper means your answer is where, this is there in ANS, for ANS variable. So that variables record, that variables data you are converting into uppercase. If you have entered your record Y in small letter, so it will convert to uppercase. So after that it is comparing to this side. If answer dot upper, that means Y, suppose capital letter, equal to N, then break. That means if your answer is no, then break. Okay, that means you may enter here Y and N. You have entered suppose N, small letter, that N will convert it into uppercase, then it will compare with this N. That means the condition is true, this is your uppercase N, this is uppercase N, condition true. If the condition is true, then break. That means it will not check the condition, this not input the records again, the condition, this while condition is false. If your answer is Y, then this condition is false, then again this loop will execute, uppercase Y. Okay, file is closed. So like that it will execute again and again. So after that file dot open, you have dumped record here, and here in this example you are reading from the record, reading from the file dot open data.dat rb. So the same file you are opening here in WB mode, that means write into the file. Again the same file you are opening in RB, reading from the file, binary file. Then again you are using here try and except method. So it is similar to, you can say, as if else method. So try, if any exceptions are there, then it will show this error. Okay, if there is no exception, it will execute this. So while true, so here Y is equal to pickle.load file. You are reading from the file, print Y, it will display. Clear? Files are always stored in current folder directory by default. By default, where the program is stored into that particular folder, the files will, by default it will store. So you can give the path name where you want to store the files. For that, some examples are also there, I'm going to show you. So here some other methods are there, other functions are there. Get CWD to know the name of the current working directory, so where the file is, where you are working. Path, ABS path, absolute path. So here file name will give the complete path name of the data file. So where the file is and in which folder, the path, complete entire path it will store. That means suppose your path is C drive, program files, Python, programs, then test.txt. So it will show the entire path. Path.is file name will check whether the file exists or not. If you are checking the file is there in your system or not, for that path.isFile function you can use. Remove file name will delete the file, and rename file name 1 to file name 2. So you can use by using rename. By using rename you can change the file name. So here creating file algorithm is there. So after that, traversal of it, traversal for it, traversal for display, to display something, the display records from a file. So how to display? So these programs are already there, you can see. Wait, this is another example. I'm directly going to show you the practical program. Okay, deleting contents from a file. So everything I have done practically. So I'm going to program code for deleting second word from the story.txt. So I'm going to second word, from the story.txt you are going to delete. So now see, define file delete. So these types of program you may get in exam. So you have to see these programs, some practical programs. These programs already it is there in the student practical study materials folder. So I will send you in mail. Which open story.txt are we are opening this file story.txt file in read mode as file. So after that L is equal to file.readlines. Okay, as file you are opening here. So file.readlines you are writing here. So which file? This file story.txt. So what is there in this story.txt file? You are reading everything and stored in L file.close. You have read from this file and you have stored here. Now this file is closed. Print L, that means it will display entire thing what you have read from story.txt. Okay, del 1 print L, del L1, that means the second word it will delete. It has read everything from this file. Del 0 if you will write, that means it will delete the first word. Okay, del 2 if you will read, it will delete the third word. That means 0 1 2 3, already you know the index. So like this it will delete. So print L, so it will display what you have read and what you have deleted. After that what it will be there in the list. File open story.txt write lines, so to write into a file. So algorithm it is given here. So these practice programs you can see from this video, and another practice programs is there. I'm going to show you program code for appending data into a binary file. Suppose one existing file is already there, so there you want to store some more records. For this appending method is used. For that this mode C here it is written AB, appending into binary file AB. It is clear? The meaning all are same. Import pickle module it is importing here, and see a file opening in append binary file, while true file input row what you are input string, so that string you have entered from the keyboard into Y, and pickle dump you are storing into this file, so writing into the file. If your answer is Y, then it will execute again. Okay, so like this, by using this appending module mode, you can store new record into an existing file. So let's revise. So these functions you will see again. So if you have any doubt, then you can ask me in WhatsApp comment. And thanks. So this PPT has finished. So I will send you this PPT. So I'm going to show you some of the practical programs what I have prepared for you. So see, minimize. So these are. So now see this study material for file handling. This folder. This one zip folder, by converting into zip folder I will send you this folder in mail, so you can practice these programs, file programs, and this PPT is already there, so you can see this PPT also that we have discussed now. So one file, so I'm going to read this file now. So here data file can be stored in two ways, text and binary files. CSV is the another which also you can use. So here see print opening a file. So what we have already discussed, file 1 open texts.txt. So we are opening this texts.txt file. Open resume.txt. So resume.txt file we are opening in read mode. So how we are opening, what we are opening, everything it is written here. So you can see how to close file, so everything it is given there. So you can see this comment. Okay, so after that opening this two. So reading from a file using read n bytes, n number of bytes. N number bytes means it stores records in byte. So we are reading from the file. See f1, this is the practical program. Okay, f1 is the file name we are giving here. F1 is a variable is equal to open. So from where we are opening, c colon file / tt.txt. That means this is the entire part we are writing here. That means in C drive field folder tt.txt is there. Read info is equal to f1.read5. So now see we have to see first this one. we are opening this file. That means C drive field tt.txt. See, minimize this, go to my computer, C drive. So here this field folder is there. So here what we are opening from here, tt.txt. so now see, tt.txt is there, this is tt.txt. what is there, these are some records, these are some data in the file. So now what we are going to do in the program, read info, one variable we are taking, f1.read 5. Okay, now print read info. So what it will display, first print what it will display. Now see, I'm going to run this program f5. So it is coming 1 2 3 4 5, that means 5 bytes, 5 characters is coming here, it comma su. So what was there in the text, first see that this is the text, itsu 1 2 3 4 5, 5 characters were there in the text.tt.txt file. So from tt.txt file, f1.read 5, if you are giving 5 characters it will read. Suppose I am giving here 10. Okay, save this, f5 again I am pressing. So here it is coming, see how many characters it is coming, see 1 2 3 4 5 6, space is also it will count, 7 8 9 10, 10 characters are coming. Clear? So like this. After that again what we are doing, say print type read info. Okay, what type of this read info, so that type of the read info it will display. So now again f1, see type is string, str means string. Okay, so after that f1 dot close, so it will close the file, this file is finished. After the next time what we are doing, f1 is equal to open c colon field tt dot, again the same file we are opening, x is equal to f1 dot read 14, that means 14 character it will read, print x. So what is there, it will display the same thing what we have done here, this is 10 and this is 14, done. Okay, this example also finished 2. Now I'm going to show you another one, that is from here 3, reading from a file using readline. So by using readline function, which functions already I have given in that PPT, so you can see from there the examples I have given in the PPT also, and from these practical programs also. So when you will do practically here, then automatically you will understand clearly everything. So f1 is equal to open c colon says this file, again we are opening read info, f1 dot read line, that means the lines are there in the file, it will read and it will store here in read info. So what were the lines there, tt.txt, these lines 1 2 3 4 5 6 lines were there. So I am going to run this program, so it will display this here, up before this close read info. Okay, press f5, now see these lines are coming. So after each and every line it is coming slash n, so there is different, it's a time so exactly what is coming, just close this again, I'm run. Okay, it's time to work with files is coming, read lines. So what was there in this, it's time to work with files, one line is coming, one line is coming. So after that file close, the first line is coming from, by using this function the first line is coming, file close. After that these stars are coming, these stars print, these stars are coming. So after that f1 dot open, see again the same file we are opening same file we are opening. So here what we are doing, read info is equal to f1 dot read lines. So here we have written read line, by using read line it will read only the single line, first line of the file, and read lines means it will read the entire lines are there in the file and it will display, see all the lines it has displayed. By every line it has separated by this slash n function, slash n, slash n means new line, again this line is there, then slash n. See here it asks you time to work with files, this line. After the slash n is there, for that as you know in the text file eol character is there, that is line break. Okay, so after that files offer and is power to store, see files offer and is power to store, again eol character, this is slash n, so like that it will display. Clear? So read lines, print read info, file close. Clear, I think. Okay, now go to the next example. Next example here. So this is the binary file I'm going to show you here. See, f is equal to open bind file. Bind file dot bin. This is the binary file. WB, write binary file. Numbers 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. These numbers are there. Array one variable error, byte error name f dot. So like this, by using these functions you can write into binary file also, as you can use the pickle and dump method. So you can write like this also into the binary file. Clear? So now f5. So this bin file is there, I think, in this folder. So it is not there. It is not there. It has stored somewhere. Bin file.wb open. Oh, we are opening this binary file in write mode. Okay, byte read. So what the error it has come? F5, F5. So the remaining so like this you can write this array into the file. Okay, so now again I'm going to show you the next example with binary. Open binfile.rb. we are reading from the binary file print num. So what it will come? Okay, so it has stored somewhere, so from that it is coming actually. So we are reading from the binary file. So what, 5, 0, 14, 19. So these records we have stored previously. So we are reading from the binary file. So for these binary files, the examples actually pickle and pickle dump and load module method you can use from the example what I have given in the PPT. So that thing also you can see. Read from the CSV file. Oh, that is different for CSV file. So these are some another examples are already given there. So I'm going to just open 11, just what is there. See, write a program to add 2 more students details into marks.dat file. Okay, wait, we have to go serially. Now 5, what is 4, what is there? Reading complete file line by line. So read line, see, read line for reading a single line, read lines, every lines, and you are going to read line by line. Suppose first line, second line, third line, like that you are going to display, read and display. So f1.open R for read mode. You are opening this file. So now from this path poem.txt, C drive, in C drive, in field folder, poem.txt file is there. In field folder, this poem.txt is there. These are there. Okay, so now what we are going to do, str is equal to blank string, empty string. Okay, while str, that means when we are there in str variable, until in the str variable it will read everything and it will display. Str is equal to f1.read line. So one single line it will read and store in str, print str, it will display. So again this loop will execute. Why? str has not finished. Okay, we have read something from the str and store again here in str and will display. So like that, one by one line it will read, will store in str and will display, because it is a loop. So until the loop condition is satisfied, it will execute again and again. Okay, so now say f5. So these lines are coming in our Python environment from this text file poem.txt. Okay, done. So go to the next file now, .txt. Go to the next file now. So here 5, reading complete file line by line. So the same thing we are doing. So here like this also you can write by using for loop. For I in f1, I is a looping variable in f1, in this f1. So we are opening this file. So how many lines are there, this much of time this will execute again and again. So it will display again by using a while loop. See, the same thing is coming from poem.txt file. Okay, now go to 6. Display size after removing UL character. that means end of line slash n, as I told. So here f1 dot open, this is the same file you are opening, str blank string, size equal to 0, total size equal to 0, t size equal to 0. Two variables are there, initializing the value with 0. While str1, that means while we are here, as the previous example, str1 is equal to f1 dot read line. So we are reading from the file f1. So we are storing into str. Total size equal to t size equal to len str. So by using this len function, we can calculate the length of the str, this string. Okay. So total size we have stored here. Size is equal to size plus len str plus strip. So by this strip, we can remove the EOL character. After removing EOL character, the size is this size, and total size is total size. Okay. So if we will run this program, see, after removing EOL characters, it is coming 220, and before removing total size is 229. So total size is this t size. So we have calculated the total size before. After removing the end line character, the size is 220. So if we go for this poem.txt, just see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, 9 UL characters are there. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. These 9 UL characters are there. That is why. So 9 has removed. Clear? I think you have understood already. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me again. 6 done. Now go to the next example. Is 7. Display the size of a file in bytes. So everything by using this len function, you can calculate the size. So you will see practically, huh? You can understand. If you not understand, then ask me. So now these are about of text files. So here, not number 20 is what? See, 21 is what, suppose. So here see, write code to print last line of a text file. You are going to display only the last line. For that, what you are doing, see, f1 is equal to open file.open poem.txt. Again, you are opening line list is equal to f1 read lines, print last line. So how to display last line? Line last means this one, this variable, -1. -1 means the last line. Then again -2 for the next, I think, wait, 22. 22 is what? Program that copies a text file. Write a program that copies a text file. So how to copy a text file from one to another? Source.txt is there, on to target.txt is another. Okay, so we are opening the both files. See, define flight field function is there, file te. So fin open, we are opening this file poem.txt. We are reading from this poem.txt file, storing in fin, and we are writing into the here poem1.txt in write mode. This is in read mode. While fin, that means how many times we are there in fin file. Here what we are doing, text is equal to fin.readline. It will read the line from this fin and will store here in text. If len text equal to 0, if not read anything from the file, then break. If it will read something, if text 0 equal to @ that means it will read something, then continue. Fout write.txt, write txt. That means this text we are writing into this fout. Okay, fout means this one. We are writing into the poem1. So if we will run this program, done. Now if we will go to this folder, field folder, this poem and poem1 is already there. So suppose I am going to delete this poem1. Poem1 I have deleted from this folder. Okay, done. Refresh. Then poem1 is not there. So I am going to run this program now. This one or not? Yes. So F5. Done. So now again I am going to open this file folder. This, see, poem1 is already there. This poem1 has come here. So in poem, these contents are there, these records are there, and in the poem one the same records are there. Clear? So like this we can copy a source file to the destination. So these are some examples, okay, how to read and write into a file. So here about the CSV file you have to also know, read from CSV file, write into a CSV file. So that is the comma separated value file, you know. So here see in CSV file, okay, read from a CSV file. I'm opening this here. Importing CSV module. To work in CSV file we have to import this module CSV file name. So these are the comment by giving hash. The line we are writing is known as comment. File name is a folder. There we are storing what we are storing, aapl.csv. File name we have given aapl.csv. Initializing the titles and rows list. Fields equal to 0, rows equal to 0. That means fields are the column names and rows means the records, 0. That is the empty list. Writing into CSV file. We are writing something into the CSV file. With open file name R read mode as CSV file, creating a CSV reader object. By using this CSV reader, see CSV reader, one of the variable we are storing CSV reader CSV file. That means the CSV file we are reading. That line you have to write. Extracting the field names through first row. Fields is equal to next CSV reader. So for row in CSV reader, rows dot append row. So how it will execute when you will run this program, then try to understand. F5, we're running this program. So we are reading from the CSV file aapl.csv. Okay, aapa.csv should be there somewhere, then only it will read. So where is aapa.csv? So from where we are reading, aapl.csv is where, see, go to this aapl.csv. We are working from the current directory is this. So current directory is which one? This one, study material. Current folder ready to upload in my computer, that is ready to upload computer science, ready to make video. So these are the part, and this is the part, and here this is the current folder where I am working. So reading from this CSV file, so this CSV file is aapl.csv. So if you will open this file, now you can see how records are there in this CSV file. See, so in this CSV file these records are there, okay. In this CSV file these records are there, date, open, high, low, close, volume, these records are there, okay. From this CSV file I am reading something here in Python. This is what, oh no, this is close, and again this is what, close, again this is Python test, close. Okay, this is the output of this CSV file. This has come. So here field names are date, open, high, low, close, volume. So here see field names, date, open, high, low, close, volume, and the values what it is coming, what are there in the Excel file. Excel file are those values, and here what is coming, 76521. So here 76521, these 6 records are coming in this CSV file output. So the first 5 rows we are displaying here. So this is first 5 lines are coming. So for the first 5 lines, what I have given, this function. See which function I have written for this, for first 5 lines. Printing first 5 rows. Print first 5 rows are for row in rows 5, column 5. So this is start from the beginning, and this is stop. 5 means up to 5 means n minus 1, up to 4 it will come. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 5 lines are coming, okay. So like this you can display records. Field names are plus, join fields are fields, printing the field names. to display the plain names, field names. So actually which function is used for what, everything it has written here as comment, so you can read from this comment section, so you can understand automatically everything. Okay, so like this we can read from a CSV file. This is one of the topic of your syllabus we have done. So write into a CSV file. So how to write into a CSV file, that thing also you have to understand. See, so here what we are doing, importing CSV module. So this CSV, for CSV file, this module you have to import everywhere if you are going to do in any CSV program. So here field names we are giving here fields name, branch, year, CGPA. Okay, so now data rows of CSV file. So these are the rows we are giving, rows. See, this is two-dimensional. I have two-dimensional list, you can say. Nested list, you can say. This is a list. Inside this list, different lists are there. That means different rows are there. Okay, Nikhil, COE. That means Nikhil means this name, COE is this branch, 2 is the year, 9.0 is the CGPA. So here again Sanchit, COE 2, 9.1, like that. So these records are there in a list. Okay, file name I have given here, university underscore records.csv. Okay, this CSV file I am going to create. Okay, with open file name W in write mode as CSV file. Okay, so like this we have to write. This is the syntax you have to remember. Creating a CSV file, writing object. So we are creating this CSV file, writing the fields, CSV writer, write row fields, write data into write data rows. So write like this, where we have to write the records into the file. So here write row, here we are writing the fields, and here we are writing the rows. Done. So if we'll run this program, done. So now in the current directory where we are working, have to go, and here see this university records file has come, CSV file has come. If we will open this, then what it will come, see see name, branch, year, CGPA, and Nikhil COE 29. So these records has come, these rows has come here. Clear? So like this we can read from a CSV file, or we can write into a CSV file. Done. So I think file handling we have finished here. From your syllabus we have finished this file handling. So if you have any doubt, then you will leave comment me in WhatsApp, or you can leave comment in YouTube comment section. So from your syllabus, from the first unit, we have completed this function topic. File handling we have finished. Then using Python libraries also we have finished. Data structure we have finished. This idea of efficiency we have not done, and recursion we have not done. So in the next video we are going to discuss any one of these. Okay, bye bye. So for all the videos you can go to the YouTube videos description